Hi, everybody. This is Gainer Milky, and this is Tea Talks with Miss G. And T is Truth, Empowerment, and Action. And today I'm going to combine all of those, and I've got my Alice teacup. And Alice in Wonderland was one of my favorite stories growing up. I related a lot to Alice, and there was a lot of obviously psychological truths in that book. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is actually another book called The Anxious Generation. And that's all about how social media and the internet is causing a mental health crisis for youth. I believe that those things online are contributors, but I think that there's always been a lot of issues with children and mental health and dysregulation of parents and caretakers that add to that. And I know in my own case that was certainly true. And so one thing I wanted to talk about was this idea of anxious generation and how that can actually help calm anybody, really. I mean, it doesn't have to be children, but by generation, I mean creating things. So you can create to regulate. And that was something that I was just writing down this morning. I think that's been very true for myself. And I think too with any kind of art therapy and play therapy or any kind of hobby, cooking, writing, or at work, if you have a job where you're creating something, or that act of taking something from nothing and then completing it is really therapeutic, but it's also important for cognitive development with children. And so the more that we take that away from them using AI, other tools, and taking those elements out of childhood, I think that's having a very detrimental effect on brain development with children. And I also think regulation and calming techniques in adults too. So that's just something to think about today. Something that is truthful. It's based on brain science, but you can also be empowered to turn off those devices and find something that you can be creative with. And it doesn't have to be arts and crafts. It could be maybe you like tooling cars, or you like to do something in your garden, or you do like to bake or cook or something like that. But something where both your body and your mind are focused. It also helps with that focused attention too. So our action would be to find something that we can generate and create to regulate today. So I know for me, I've got some writing to do in my business, and then also I'm creating some new children's programs, and those all include creativity aspects to them. So thanks for tuning in to the Tea Talk, and until we sit at the table again, I wish you some calm creativity and lots of good wishes.